Hey guys, welcome to Rihanna's Lens, where I interact with you about the components in the STEM field and introduce you to fascinating people who passionately inhabit the scientific and technical frontiers of our society. My name is Rihanna Malhotra and I'm absolutely elated to share this Diwali special podcast with all of you. On this episode, I will be talking about some scientific reasons behind the Diwali festival, followed by some exciting reviews about my podcast, and the end is marked by a happy song. So, what is Diwali? Diwali is the festival of lights and one of the most major festivals in India. Diwali is celebrated during the Hindu month Kartika between mid-October and mid-November by Hindus, Sikhs, Jains and some Buddhists. It marks the triumph of good over evil, joy over disparity, and light over darkness. Hindus celebrated to rejoice the return of Lord Rama from the 14-year exile and defeating the demon Ravana, marking the awakening of good over evil, and pay homage to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. The Jains celebrate Diwali to mark the spiritual awakening of their Lord Mahavira, while the Sikhs celebrate Diwali to commemorate the return of their sixth Guru, Hargobind Singh, from imprisonment. Some Buddhists celebrate the festival to honor their Emperor Ashoka's decision to convert to Buddhism and follow the path of peace and enlightenment. There are many different traditions that take place during Diwali. One of these is lighting a row of clay lamps outside homes. These lamps are called diyas, and their light symbolizes purity, good luck, and power. It is believed that the presence of light drives away all the darkness and evil forces. Along with lighting diyas, each home is thoroughly cleaned to welcome positivity, and the windows are opened to let in Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. One of the more artistic traditions is the creation of rangolis. It is a beautiful pattern created on the floor using rice, sand, color, or even flower petals. They are believed to bring good luck and are used to welcome guests. During Diwali, people also light firecrackers and sparklers to scare away all the evil spirits by the bright colors and loud noises. Like other traditions around the world, family and friends exchange ample of gifts and share a feast together. Now, this was the historical aspect. However, Indian scriptures possess the equal depth of scientism background as they hold for the religious background. All our unique human achievements may seem to be the creation of the human mind, but they are simply the byproducts of our neurobiological response to the environment. Also, using the globalization and the internet boom as the catalyst, the world has turned out to be a tiny place for us to introspect than what it used to be. Scientific understanding of nature doesn't make a person religious or atheist. It makes a person liberated of all labels. Moreover, it makes a person more kind and understanding. To this context, I dug down deeper into the words Diwali to find a science behind it. Now, since Diwali falls in October or November, and the festival is celebrated with much grandeur in the North India compared to the southern parts of India, October is a very weird season, especially if you look at the climate patterns. Its metamorphism from raining to humid and getting chilled at night exposes you to various kinds of virus and diseases. and the most common will be the common cold. It is because this perfect weather, bacteria start propagating. An ignited oil lamp, together with the chemicals evolved from the flames, kill these bacterial populations. The effect gets multiplied to several thousand times when you light up hundreds of diyas around you. Another interesting thing to note is that the light of the diya superposes over the magnetic field around your superficial electromagnetic flux. The phenomenon activated your blood cells, and the immunity provided by them makes you feel so energetic and full of life. This is why during Diwali, homes are cleaned and hundreds of lamps are lit to ensure the atmosphere around us is safe and jovial. So let's illuminate our surroundings with some warm lights and enjoy Diwali. That being said, since Diwali is all about gratitude and happiness, here are a few reviews by the listeners of Rihanna's Lens podcast. I am so thankful for all the positive reviews that have been shared by them.
Bonjour everyone! I want to say that I'm the biggest fan of Rihanna's Lens, and when I say the biggest fan, I mean I am the biggest fan of Rihanna's Lens. Every time I open Spotify and I listen to the words "Welcome to Rihanna's Lens," where I interact with you about the components in the STEM field, I know my day is going to go good. I know my curiosity is going to be fed. Such wonderful topics are covered in Rihanna's Lens. And I'm so glad that you're spreading this knowledge of STEM fields among not just younger people, but among younger women. And you're motivating us to continue and forge ahead with our endeavors in the STEM fields. So thank you so much for being this flag bearer for all of us.
Hi, this is Arnav. I've been a follower and listener of Rihanna's Lens for quite a while now. And to be honest, it's been nothing short of interesting. I've been introduced to so many different fields that I didn't even know existed. With each and every podcast, I just keep learning new things, especially from the experts itself. And I would just like to thank Rihanna for bringing this podcast to us, because it has definitely got me interested, and I would love to pursue a career in the STEM field in the future. And this podcast is definitely helping me decide. And yeah, I really appreciate all the hard work that's put into it, because it's not easy bringing all these guests and creating these informative videos and podcasts. So yes, thank you so much.
Hi everyone, I'm Vaishvi, and recently I've been listening to a podcast called Rihanna's Lens by Rihanna Malhotra. It is an excellent podcast. It basically talks about the STEM fields. So STEM education is really important as it develops the critical thinking skills and also increases the science literacy, which enables the next generation to become innovators. However, STEM education is not only important for the students who plan to go into the STEM career, but also the focus on the logical thought processes helps the students to develop their mental habits, which help them succeed in any field. The podcast covers all the aspects and will help you choose your path, and I really recommend you listening to it.
Hi, my name is Satnam and I am a STEM learner at high school, and I really like watching Rihanna's podcast solely because it's all about STEM and STEM fields and the professionals that she invites globally. I really like listening to their journeys and stories because it inspires me a lot, and I get to know a lot of things that I'm unaware about, and it's quite knowledgeable. For example, one of the coders that she invited, I really enjoy that podcast because got to know a lot of things about coding and the insights about studying internationally. And also being on the podcast myself once with my fellow high school students, I really like that conversation, and it gave me a new perspective. So thank you. And at the end, I would like to wish everyone a very happy Diwali, because it's a quite celebrated festival in India. So happy Diwali and thank you.
Hey Rihanna. Rihanna, your podcasts are just amazing. They have widened my horizon. Every time you introduce your listeners with a new course in STEM field, and this is very much appreciated. Keep up the good work. All the best. Much love to you. Looking forward for much more.
I'm personally interested in STEM fields, and I think Rihanna's lens is amazing for that because she talks about the STEM fields, she talks to other people who are involved in that, and I think it's so informative. And if you want to learn about STEM fields or know about it, and you should listen to Rihanna's lens.
Thank you. This really does keep me motivated. Enjoy the song because Diwali is all about happiness. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine trees here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. Yeah, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Happy Diwali! Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching or listening. This podcast is now available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, and Radio Public. Make sure you subscribe to all listening platforms and stay tuned for more.